Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis, and with me, as always, is June Liu. How you doing, June?
Good.
So today we are talking about the Warped Maestro Del Tiempo 5712. This is a Rothschildish size, 4.5 inch by 52 ring gauge. This comes out of the Tabsa factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is listed as Corojo 99 Clara. Binder is from Condega, and the filler is Criollo 98 and Corojo 99. Blended by Kyle Gellis. Price point is $9.65, and the cigar was released in July of 2016. So with all the details out of the way, June, what was your pre-light experience like?
Um, Good pre-light experience. I thought the wrapper had like a construction paper like consistency. Colorado Claro shade wrapper. Seams tight, veins well pressed. Bunch roll felt good. No soft spots. Good uniform give. Head finish off with a thick triple cap. When I was nosing the cigar, nosing the wrapper, I got hay, barnyard, spicy cedar. The foot gave me dry nuts and a touch of dry white pepper. Cold draw, I got some cedar and dry cardboard. So overall, good presentation.
Yeah, the wrapper looked a little marbled, kind of between a medium brown and light brown. There were a few veins that were present that carry kind of like a fine black line on them. The seams were nearly invisible, which is a bit of a surprise due to the marbling in the veins. But there are also three very well applied caps. Single band that's kind of a pinkish purple with gold bordering carries the line name on it. The aroma from the wrapper was like a slightly sweet hay, and the foot was a faintly sweet tobacco. Pre-light draw was a bit of leather with a faint sweet hay in the background. And there was also a decent spicy tingle that I was getting on my lips. So flavor-wise, what was your experience first or to final third?
So this is one of those cigars that started really great and then not so great and then average for me. So in the first third, I got full and easily identifiable notes of toasted wood, dry nuts, medium body sweet cream, black coffee, and dry earth minerality. The spice delivery I thought was on a medium plus side. It layered my entire Italian rear palate, but it was nice because it was nice on the fuller side. As the first third progressed, that black pepper note increased, but it was never overbearing. Through the nose, intense black pepper, sharp cedar, and dry nuts. Finish, I had a mixture of bread and dry nuts with black pepper on the rear palate. In terms of strength, somewhere between medium, full, body at a consistent medium. Moving on to the second third. The profile is still tasty, but I felt like there was a decrease in complexities and nuances. The main notes that I was able to get off of the second third was toasted wood, a little bit of wood bitterness, and medium body sweet cream. That pepper especially, even though it was lost through the mouth draws, I was still able to fully get that off of the retro with, intensified black pepper, sharp cedar, and dry nuts. Finish consisting of bread, dry nuts, black pepper on the rear palate, and some wood bitterness. Body strength still on actually strength. Surprisingly, it was no longer in between medium, full. It's just regular medium for me on the second third, and then body still at the medium mark. Moving on to the last third. So the last third still kind of showed a deteriorating, for complexities and nuances, and I was able to get dry wood, mixed dry nuts, some tapered black pepper, bread, and that wood bitterness note that I was starting to get from the second third became pretty harsh by the time I got to the last third. Retrohale still heavy on the black pepper, cedar, dry nuts. Finish had tapered black pepper, wood bitterness, and dry wood. And the body and strength remained unchanged, both at the medium mark. So overall, started out fantastic, and I thought I was going to be a strong contender for the other Warped Maestro Del Tiempo that we had, but unfortunately, it just got worse and worse as the cigar went through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, the initial draw is about a very full dose of spicy cinnamon and wood. And then a quarter inch in, the cinnamon settled down a bit, and that wood gained an age note to it. Retrohale cinnamon up front, wood in the background, and then at a half inch in, a slight bit of cream joined the profile. And then at 3/4 of an inch in, the cinnamon had completely left the profile, leaving kind of a slightly creamy aged wood. Retrohale just transitioned away from the cinnamon and it was kind of a little bit of mustiness ahead of the wood. And then as the end of the third neared, the wood was very full and a slight hint of cream, which made for a very nice mix. And the strength level was just slightly above medium. Getting in the second third, the cream leaves the profile and the wood became a little bit drying. And then at a half-inch in, the wood began to taste a little stale and had like a slight ashiness to it. And 3/4 of an inch in, some cream came back to the profile. Ashiness changed to a little bit of bitterness. And as the third was coming to a close, some of the ashiness kind of came back into the background along with that slight bitterness while the wood was up front. Retrohale kind of changed up to just be consisting of oak, and the strength had bumped up to medium full. Final third, wood became more defined as oak, and it had a bit of a toastiness to it. And then at a half-inch in, some cream joined in with that toasty oak. And the retrohale kind of also took on that toasty oak note. 3/4 of an inch in, a little bit of bitterness joined in with the cream and the toasty oak. And then as the cigar was coming to a close, that bitterness faded away and left that slightly creamy and toasty oak. And the strength level kind of stayed at that medium full level. So performance-wise, for burn and draw, what was your experience like?
I had really good construction, very good burn. I smoked the cigar in just right at an hour, which is respectable. Burn line ash, really great. Sharp burn, solid ashes, averaging 1.5 inch increments. The draw was perfect. I was able to get the perfect snugness that I wanted, and no issues.
Yeah, the burn went off pretty far for me from the start. It required a touch up to kind of get that corrected. But after that, it was fairly wavy the rest of the way. Ash did hold on in 1 inch increments, so that part was good. And the draw was perfect. It just had the exact amount of resistance that I like to have on a cigar, so I can't complain at all about the draw in itself. So overall, what were your thoughts on the cigar?
I was disappointed. Because I like the what was the other one called? The Maestro Del Tiempo
The
812.
5205R? No, yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
So.
the other one that I reviewed that is basically so far my #1 cigar of the year. I had high hopes. I figured at least this cigar will be a close mimic of that other one. But unfortunately, it wasn't the case. Cigar, like I was saying, started out great, and as the cigar progressed, it just got worse. And that bitter, harsh tone really killed it for me by the last third. Even with that said, I want to give this cigar more chances. At this point, it is definitely not worth smoking. But I want to revisit this guy in like half a year to a year just to see how it's developed.
Mm-hmm.
Something tells me this isn't what Kyle intended.
Right.
So.
And it was the 6102R is the one you're talking about.
Oh, so, well, yeah. That's, of course they name it that. Why wouldn't it be named a number scheme?
So for me, the first third started out with some great flavors, but as it got in the second third, profile became average and kind of remained that way. So I think similar experience to you. That first third just was really nice, and it just didn't kind of continue on. Without things started, I had kind of the hopes that it would continue, but it just wasn't meant to be. And then other than some portions of the wrapper not wanting to burn, the performance was pretty good. Strength level is medium up, so it's not really quite in the wheelhouse of low strength smokers. But somebody that enjoys a bit of a fuller strength may find it appealing. And just similar to you, I'm interested in revisiting this to see if I can get more of that kind of first third. So maybe a little bit of time. We'll let that happen. Let the profile settle down a little bit and smooth out things the rest of the way. So getting into our scores, I gave it a 6.73. You gave it a 7.20. How do you think that matches up with your experience?
It matched up well. I mean, it's kind of a funky one because it's like really good, average, and then I had really good high remarks on the construction aspect of it, and it was just overall good. Mm-hmm. Good between average and good, honestly. So no, that's good, but I think that revisit is going to really change something like this. I'm hoping so, anyways.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. My score matches up well. It's similar to what you said. Starts out really good and kind of drops off in scoring after that, but performance kind of picks up a bit as well. So, yeah, I think maybe since we're both interested in this, maybe we just do a revisit down the road, see if we see how it shakes out. If our hunch is correct that it may turn out to be something a little bit better, and then we'll know if we're smart or we're not smart at that point. So, any other final thoughts on the cigar?
Come to think of it, this is our within the recent wave of new stuff that Kyle came out with. This is the second cigar that did this to me. The other one being that Via Sombra one. I remember that being really, being good, and then it kind of went average.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on, but prime examples to revisit.
Yep. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us, but also check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. And just follow us on all the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google+. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next video.